Everything you thought you knew about Heartland is about to change. What if the ending you believed had closed the book on this story was only the first chapter of something far bigger? Imagine the shock, the heartbreak, and the impossible joy when Ty Borden suddenly appears alive, leaving Amy frozen, her eyes locked on the man she thought she'd lost forever. The screen opens over the Heartland Ranch at dawn. Soft pink light spills across the rolling hills. Horses graze quietly in the distance, and the wind whispers through the tall grass, carrying a gentle tension. A subtle, suspenseful score plays, balancing warmth with unease. A narrator's voice cuts through the stillness, steady, deliberate, and charged with emotion. For years, fans have carried the weight of one of the show's most devastating goodbyes. Ty Borden, the man who captured hearts and anchored Amy Fleming's world, was taken far too soon. His absence reshaped not just Amy's life, but the emotional fabric of Heartland itself. For viewers, it was a wound that never fully healed. Faceless montages capture the void. Amy leading her horse across the pasture, boots crunching over gravel, a family gathered at a dinner table with one painfully empty seat. The silence left behind is almost tangible. But what if that silence was about to be broken? What if that empty chair was no longer vacant? What if Ty Borden had never truly left? The music shifts, sharper now, tinged with mystery. The narration slows, pulling the audience deeper into the moment. Season 19 of Heartland isn't just another chapter. It threatens to flip everything upside down. Rumors swirl, whispers spread, and then comes a single scene that sends shockwaves across the ranch. Ty Borden, alive, standing where he once belonged. And there, frozen in disbelief, is Amy. Her heart races. Her mind refuses to accept it. The life she built on memory and loss shatters under the impossible reality. He's back. Faceless visuals amplify the tension. A hen knocking over a cup in alarm, horses bolting in the paddock, Amy's silhouette frozen as if time itself has paused. Every cut builds suspense. This isn't just a reunion. It's heartbreak colliding with hope. The life Amy has forged meeting the man she once promised forever. The moment is raw, unexplainable, and more powerful than words. Episode 1 promises a Heartland that will never be the same. The visuals soften. Rolling hills, the ranch bathed in evening light. The narrator's voice leaves a haunting promise. What begins as an ordinary day in Hudson will spiral into the most unforgettable moment in Heartland's history. The shock of seeing Ty alive, the weight of every unsaid word, every tear, every memory collides in one instant. The screen fades to black. The sound of hooves echoes across a dirt path, the golden sky heavy with remembrance. To understand the depth of this moment, we step back into the pain that shaped Amy's journey. Ty was never just another character. He was the heart of the ranch, the steady hand, the healer of horses, the loyal partner who stood by Amy through every trial. From the first day he rode into Hudson, Ty's story was one of redemption, a boy broken by his past, finding healing through horses, family, and love. Faceless recreations show gloved hands brushing a horse's mane, shadows of Amy and Ty standing side by side under the prairie sky. Fans watch Ty grow from a troubled youth into a husband and father. His bond with Amy was more than romance. It was resilience, trust, and building a life together after hardship. They weathered storms, faced heartbreak, and drew strength from one another. For Heartland viewers, Ty and Amy became symbols of hope, proof that love could survive anything. The music softens, tinged with melancholy. Then came the unimaginable twist. Ty's sudden departure. It tore through Heartland like lightning across a calm sky. One moment he was there, the next gone. The grief wasn't just Amy's, we felt it too. She raised their daughter alone, carrying the absence of the man who had been her anchor. Every success and smile shadowed by what could have been. Amy rebuilt, poured herself into the ranch, into horses, into family. But Ty's absence never truly healed. Every move, every moment was marked by loss. The narrator's voice grows heavier. Ty's chapter seemed closed, sealed with grief. Amy's journey became one of survival, resilience, and quiet strength. She became the living embodiment of endurance in the face of tragedy. Yet the whispers of Ty's return strike deeper than grief ever could. His presence threatens to rewrite every year of pain and growth Amy endured. If he is alive, everything changes. Her love, her battles, her identity, all called into question. How do you face the one you lost? Do you rejoice or rage at the years stolen? Do you embrace him or push him away? Faceless visuals depict her turmoil. Amy clutching her daughter's hand, a lone rider in the distance, the ranch glowing under twilight. Season 19, Episode 1, is not just about Ty stepping into frame. It's about the emotional earthquake his presence brings. Family, friends, and fans are forced to reckon with the impossible. Amy is torn between her past love and the life she built without him. This is not a twist. It's a reckoning. The music fades into silence. Memories of Ty shaped Amy's heart, but now the man himself stands before her, and nothing will ever be the same. The screen fades to black. Only the sound of her uneven, broken breath remains. The silence is shattered by footsteps, familiar, deliberate. Boots cross the dirt road, shadows stretching toward the barn. And then, impossibly, Ty appears. Dust swirls around him, a faceless figure framed by light. Amy's silhouette freezes in the doorway, hands trembling. Her mind races. Ty Borden, alive. The moment is thunderous. Music swells violently. Every lonely night, every whispered memory, every tear collides in one instant. Amy's eyes widen. The man she buried in her heart stands before her, real and impossible. Faceless visuals capture the chaos. A cup slips from her hands, shattering. Horses bolt. The yard echoes with silence. This is no simple joy. It is heavy, dark, and full of questions. Why did he vanish? Why stay away? Why now? Amy steps forward, breath visible in the cold air. Ty's figure remains partly in shadow, presence undeniable. Her shock mingles with fury, longing, and desperate ache. She wants to run, scream, collapse, and push him away, all at once. Her voice trembles. Ty? The screen freezes, amplifying the weight of the single name. Years of love, loss, and broken promises flicker back to life. Heartland is reborn, not with peace, but with chaos. Ty's return tests Amy, her family, and everything she believed. The screen lingers. Faceless imagery of Amy dropping to her knees, a blurred figure approaching, a horse rearing. The shock spreads like wildfire. Jack, Lou, the ranch, everyone must confront the impossible, none more than Amy. Ty's return is not just a reunion, it's the rewriting of her grief, her life, her identity. Music swells, powerful and haunting. Season 19 begins not with peace, but the unthinkable. Ty Borden is alive. Amy is shattered. Heartland will never be the same. The ranch falls into an uneasy stillness. Even the animals seem to sense the shift. Horses nicker nervously, a dog growls softly, and the wind carries a tension that wasn't there moments before. Every shadow on the barn walls feels heavier, every movement deliberate. Amy's hands tremble as she steps closer, her daughter clinging to her side. Ty's presence is impossible, and yet undeniable. Faceless imagery captures the raw emotion. Amy's lips part as if to speak, then falter. Memories of years without him flood back. Every bedtime story told alone, every quiet night spent staring at the horizon, wondering if he would ever return. And now, standing just feet away, he brings all those emotions crashing to the surface. The narrator's voice grows urgent, drawing viewers into the tension. This isn't just about a lost love returning. It's about confronting the years stolen, the absence that shaped Amy's heart. Each step Ty takes toward her is measured, almost tentative, as if he knows the weight of every moment he missed. Faceless visuals shift rapidly. The daughter's small hand reaching out, a dropped scarf fluttering to the ground, the soft rustle of the tall grass. Time feels suspended. Amy's eyes search Ty's face for answers she doesn't yet have. And yet, in that instant, the past and present collide. Ty finally speaks, his voice low but certain, carrying the weight of everything left unsaid. Amy. The single name stretches across the silence, bringing with it a mixture of relief, fury, and disbelief. Amy's own voice trembles in response. Ty, why? The question hangs in the air, unanswered, loaded with years of pain and longing. The tension escalates. The music swells with dissonance, strings tightening, percussion deepening, mirroring the storm of emotions. Faceless shots show close-ups of small details. A shaking cup, a horse stamping its hooves, a child hiding behind her mother's legs. Each moment emphasizes the fragility and volatility of this reunion. The camera pans across the ranch, lingering on familiar locations now tinged with uncertainty. The dinner table, once a place of family unity, feels hollow and tense. Chairs remain pulled out, shadows stretch across the floor. Lou and Jack appear in glimpses, expressions unreadable, their questions waiting for answers. Even the town beyond Heartland seems to hold its breath, anticipating the fallout of Ty's return. Amy steps forward, breaking the fragile silence. Every movement is weighted with emotion: anger, relief, sorrow, hope. Ty's eyes reflect a history of mistakes, regrets, and survival. He reaches out, tentative, almost afraid to touch what he has left behind. Amy flinches, torn between longing and the betrayal of lost years. The narration emphasizes the stakes. This is not a story of simple reunion. This is a reckoning. Every relationship Ty left behind is shaken. Every promise broken must now be confronted. Heartland is no longer just a home. It is the stage for questions that cannot be ignored. Faceless visuals show the daughter watching from the doorway, curiosity mixed with fear. She doesn't understand all that has happened, but she feels the tension, the invisible pull between her parents. Ty kneels briefly, reaching toward her, but the gesture is cautious, almost as if he's testing if the world he left will still accept him. Amy exhales sharply, steadying herself. The narrator continues. Years of absence have left scars that cannot be unseen. Ty's return brings joy and chaos in equal measure. It challenges the life Amy has built and threatens the balance of everything familiar. How can love survive the weight of so many lost years? The scene shifts to the evening sky, golden light spilling across the ranch. Shadows lengthen, stretching across barns, fences, and paddocks. Music softens, almost melancholy as the reality sinks in. Ty is here, but the world will not be the same. Amy's mind races, weighing the man before her against the memory she has carried for so long. Faceless shots capture the emotional micro-moments, fingers brushing over the edge of a table, a sigh escaping in the night, a horse watching from the paddock as if sensing the fragility of human hearts. Every detail magnifies the tension, the anticipation, the raw human stakes of this reunion. Jack and Lou approach cautiously, their expressions a mixture of hope, disbelief, and concern. The narrator's voice underscores the fragility of the moment. The people of Heartland are being forced to reckon with a truth that defies reason. Ty's return is not just a personal story. It ripples outward, touching every life connected to the ranch. Amy steps back, searching for words, but the enormity of the moment silences her. Ty takes a slow step forward. The music builds to a delicate but intense crescendo. Every heartbeat feels amplified, every breath weighted. The reunion is not just physical. It is the collision of past and present, memory and reality, loss and hope. Faceless imagery captures the tension. A dropped boot, a horse pawing the ground nervously, Amy's daughter hiding behind her mother, eyes wide with unspoken questions. Each frame tells the story of lives disrupted, of the delicate balance between love and fear, between forgiveness and resentment. The narration deepens the suspense. What will Amy do? Can she reconcile the years of absence with the man who stands before her? Every step Ty takes forward threatens to rewrite the story she has painstakingly built. And yet, in his eyes, there is something familiar, a reminder of the bond that never truly died. The camera closes in on their faces, Amy's conflicted, Ty's hesitant, both filled with unspoken words. Music swells, then pauses. Silence stretches. The audience feels the weight of the moment. A lifetime of separation condensed into a single heartbeat. Finally, Ty reaches out. Amy freezes, torn between instinct and memory, between rage and longing. The daughter peeks out again, sensing the emotional tide, unsure of which direction it will take. Every movement, every glance, every unspoken word is magnified. The narrator delivers a final, haunting line. Heartland's story is no longer predictable. Every promise, every loss, every memory is subject to re-evaluation. Ty Borden is alive, but his return comes with questions, challenges, and the inevitable storm that follows in the wake of a life interrupted. Music rises, a delicate but tense crescendo, capturing both hope and uncertainty. Faceless shots show the ranch bathed in twilight, shadows long and foreboding. Amy takes a tentative step forward, then halts, reflecting the inner turmoil of a heart caught between past and present. The final frame lingers on the family home, empty yet charged with anticipation. The viewer is left suspended between wonder and fear. What comes next? How will love, trust, and life itself survive the impossible return of Ty Borden? The screen fades to black, leaving only the echo of a heartbeat, the tension unresolved, and the promise that Season 19 will challenge everything Heartland fans thought they knew.